Hmm. Hmm. Okay. What's up, everybody? Um. So today's video is kind of simple. Um. I know that I usually do gaming, but we're changing what I do because I still want to record for YouTube as often as I can. But I actually am working on a new project and I'm using AI for its intellectual assistance. But I'm also creating shit on my own. So if you guys, you know, don't know what I'm doing, um I am going to be connecting the world of Discord to the world of Roblox. And as you can see, this is my script so far as of right now. Yes, that's my user, FetalDust404. It's not exactly hidden. But um something that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be scripting and writing code between Python, Roblox, and Discord to connect all three worlds into one singular chat box, basically. So, how this is going to work, if we head over to Discord on my browser really quick, you will see that I have everything I need right here. So, for an example, if I type in hello, it will respond. And this is my bot for my community, by the way. And if I, you know, just delete all these messages, and let's say I just wanted to copy this info, like we copy all this, go back to Python, we put in the code, and it's going to redirect me to the page for the Discord community. I have it set to where it just automatically opens everything, but, you know, it'll do that. I don't know why it doesn't print that the bot's ready to be used, but regardless, so it should work all the same. So if we type in hello, it still responds. Okay. So that's good. That's very, very good. Now, well, the bot doesn't respond anymore. Like some of this code was here to be like, oh, he's here. However, I think maybe we can change this. You know what? Hold on a minute. I had something up here. Okay, so there's client run and then there's bot run. So I'm assuming I could probably change this. So let's change this. Uh, uh, bot run. I doubt that's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. So there's that. Let's change this up. Maybe the bot will respond this time. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. Did I like? Hold on. Maybe I just screwed it up. Okay, so it opens Discord. My mouse goes there. It opens this channel. Nothing happens. Okay. Um. So obviously that doesn't work. I don't understand why, but yeah. What if I did this? We're just gonna copy that. What is token? Is token even defined here? Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. We're gonna try this. I highly doubt this will work, but if I'm wrong, it won't do anything. Oh, that's for Windows PowerShell. We're not using Windows PowerShell. If I'm wrong, it won't print anything at all. Okay. I was wrong. I don't know why it won't do what I want it to do. So we're gonna have to delete both these now. and adjust this. So we're gonna move this. Get a box print it's functional. It's this because change token from client dot run token to its current state changed how the bot works. So we need to at least tell us that it's functional. Please, maybe we can combine the code in some way and get it to still print out that it works. Move your I'm online message into the bot.on ready. I did. It's not there. What did it say to do? Move your online message into the bot.on ready. Bot. Do we need the async for that? If we don't need the async for it, maybe it will still print the message. I doubt it. Well, now it's just unresponsive. So we need that there. I think it has something to do with this line of code that it isn't printing. I want it to Discord. I'm thinking this is it right here, because it says that the intent is still on client, but we're not running this client like locally anymore. We're running this globally. Everyone should see this. Yes, that's the line. That line is exactly the Part1. You created second Discord client that doesn't know about your commands. Then at the bottom you ran client.token, so that client started. But never printed the startup message in Discord and ignored hello. The fix. You don't need client at all. Just use the bot everywhere. Okay, so so I really don't need that, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Bot.event. Dang, I can't type. That I think it's where my keyboard's located on my desk or something. I don't know why I feel that way, but I just do. I wish I had a better desk. uh, oh yeah, something I learned recently. Um, if you didn't know about this, um, you can actually use a website called this. Like here, hold on. Google Remote Desktop, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Chrome Remote Desktop. If you use this, you can actually like connect to your computer, and it will do a thing. So let's see, if I like type in like access my computer, so I'm like, here's my computer right here. I'm not going to do anything weird here. Okay, not that it mattered. Okay, so using that, you can literally like connect to your computer this way, which is really cool. You can see everything, no problem. You can see my OBS, you can see my screen here. This is honestly a really good method for recording, but this is also a really good method probably for on a different um device. So if you really think about it, you could probably use this website on your Xbox and be able to like play PC games from your Xbox as long as you're using wireless items that stay charged. So for an example, like you guys know how what's it called? I can't think of its name. You know how like you have Xbox controllers and whenever the battery dies, you can just plug it in to like a wall outlet and it will still work wirelessly with a console sometimes, depending on what controller you're using, I think. Those are the kind of methods that I'm talking about. Cuz then you can just play, shit from your living room even though your things are in the basement. Yes, that's foreshadowing. My stuff is in the basement. But I might plug my Xbox in and try that since I know the website now exists, and I might play games upstairs. So I don't know. I'll bring like my gaming mouse upstairs. I'll bring my keyboard upstairs. I have zero clue where this is. Do I even still have this? Yes, I do. I was gonna say because I have a wireless receiver for my keyboard. I don't remember where I left it. But yeah, use that as like an example, think I need to change my desk. I'll be right back. Okay. I am back. Not sure how much percent I'm back, but I'm just back. And there are cords pulling, so you'll have to hear me out sometimes because reasons I've just changed up my desk a little bit. My computer is further this way, and my shit over here is further this way too. So, anyway, with that being said, let's see. Oh, that's pulling. I don't like that. Okay, something decided to disconnect. Don't know what. Okay, well, anyway, this is here. You know, like I said, I showed you that. I don't remember what I was gonna do anymore, but this is the video we're doing. So, anyway, that said, to change everything. So, we're going to do a lot of edits. This way I can tell. Rocks. Gotta love the shit that falls over too, I guess. As a matter of fact, I want this down here. So I can, like, you know, see what battery my desk watches on everything. What? Physics are not physical, right? I don't know why. What reasons? Whatever. I don't need this plugged in anymore anyway, so I don't know why I still have it plugged in. I can charge it in other ways. I really get this comfy, you know? I don't know why I entered full screen. I don't even think I remotely clicked anything that would have prompted it to do that. Why is the... You know what, hold on. You know what I need? A mini vacuum cleaner for my desk. Or my setup. I've already got like a brush and shit. There we go. Look better. Certainly feels better too. Goodness. I think I'm gonna right here. And try to give myself some more mouse room. I'm more used to using my mouse on the desk itself right now versus like everything else. So, yeah. I don't know why that keeps like disconnecting and then reconnecting and then disconnecting and then reconnecting. So we're gonna go figure that out right now. But yeah, you know, got a system running. I think I found the culprit. I must have. Moving everything, I had to like reorganize all my cords and shit. The average day of a gamer and a developer. I have a lot of shit to work with. Gotta keep it all organized as best you can. This should fix it and stop it from disconnecting, reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting over and over and over again. Yeah, I know you're gonna see my webcam move quite a bit for a minute. I think it's fine where it is. Let's see. I think that's better. Hopefully that stops. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going back to this. Let's see. So, like I said, we're gonna be coding here, and we're going to be like doing stuff. So that looks really small. I don't like that. Okay. I'm a little confused now, but whatever. Whatever. So anyway, coding is what we're doing for this video. So first of all, we already have this set up to where a new frame will spawn when we run the game. Not entirely sure where the size isn't exactly there yet either. I hate that they have shortcuts in places that I don't want them. Okay, so there's the surface GUI and there's the frame. Since you know, we didn't do that right, it's just stuck like that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna close that. We gotta resize this text box, but we also have to resize the new frame. So new frame dot size. I keep accidentally typing that instead of like what I want. So new frame. I'll, like try to move myself without like taking away any of my mouse room. You know what I'm saying? So I can like type freely. That's not okay. Okay, maybe that's okay. I don't know. That size equals udm.new. I'm about ready to disable that key. That, or I need to get used to like where I'm sitting now because I've moved everything so much. This is like a new thing. So we want the new frame to fit, right? So we're gonna run the game. And as you can see, the new screen is now black on this side, but it's regular on one side. So we can change that however we want. We're gonna change the background image to be like, I don't know, gray. Something like that. I want it to match like Discord's aesthetic, you know? The gray, kind of nice background. Yeah, something like that. So, as for the text box, we're gonna screw with that. So, new text box. You know what? We don't need that. I don't think we need that, actually. I actually don't think we need that, no. I actually don't think we need that. We're gonna, turn that off. And if I have another typing error, it won't do anything. So new frame. not new frame, new text box dot size equals udm.new. We're going to say 0.1 or 0.2. And then we're going to make this like that big, I think. We also need to change the position of that first. So new text box dot position equals udm.new. We want this to be like all the way at the bottom of the screen. So like maybe there. And then maybe here. Let's test and see. Okay, there's the new text box. It's practically all the way at the bottom. I'm going to change the text box attributes. So new text box dot text scale equals true. Text wrapped equals true. I'm actually going to move that up one. And then the text will fit there. We're going to resize that to be 1 instead, because that feels a little bit big. Maybe 1.5 or 1.15. You know, decently big in size. And now I'm going to move it over just enough. Maybe like, I don't know, by that much. That looks better, I think. Change the size just a little more to 7. I don't want it to be all the way across the screen, but I want it to be like in a position, you know? So let's see. So with that done now, we're gonna do some other things here too. So let's see. That's the new frame. We're just gonna call that new frame 1. And what we're gonna do is we're going to create multiple frame instances. So, for example, we're going to make that the second frame. So we're not going to screw around with the second frame quite yet, so long as it doesn't give us an error. Yeah, so we'll be okay. We're going to change the text box background. So new text box dot background color equals color3.new. We're actually going to make this entirely black. God, my typing could be a little better right now. It's because my keyboard's positioned in a new area and I'm not used to it yet. So I have to like get used to that. What is going on down here that this doesn't want to sit now? This side sits, this one doesn't. Couldn't tell you guys. Really couldn't tell you. Anyway. Want to like keep my stuff situated, you know, organized, set up neatly, so it doesn't move ever and ever and ever. Okay, that is not a good position for that, so we're gonna leave that there. Whatever. All right. So now the background of the text box is now black. Or so I thought. Background color 3, let's try that instead. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to change the text color. New text box dot text color 3 equals white. Just like Discord, we want it to be white. All right. So with that done, pretty soon we're gonna screw around with base scripting necessities. So to start, that how does Discord look? Like, let's get a feel. So this is how Discord looks. And there should be text that appears in a row here, and then here's like the servers and stuff like that. So what I want to do is we're going to create the new secondary frame. So new frame 2. Actually, no, we can just copy all this, and then we can change this if we really want to the number 2. However, we're going to change the size, so we're going to go from that to 1 and see how that fits. Okay, maybe after we change the background color just a slight bit darker. Did I forget something? I did, see. Here we go. That should be better. Yep. All right. So with that there, actually, let's get another feel for that. So that's how it looks right now. We are actually going to move the text box over a little more. Hopefully it doesn't collide with anything. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not colliding with anything. So this is like the aesthetic feel for Discord. There's a bar here, and then there's a bar here. I guess we can make the text box smaller. You know what? Yeah, we're probably going to do just that, actually, a little bit. Okay, so the text box is a tad bit smaller. We're going to try to push it just a little bit further towards the center of the area somewhere. So that way, whenever we are working with this, it'll be like really center. And then you can see the servers here, and then you can see the people that are online here. So my goal for this is to try to make like a window that takes information from Discord and it relays it back to Roblox. So as of right now, I'm going to make it to where if you type in a single message here on Roblox, it's not going to show any messages received from Discord on here. However, you will see your own messages here, and it will also relay your messages to Discord whilst also allowing Discord to process and render this information. I'm not going to tell you how. It's just, we're going to specify our goal. Actually, you know what? I will tell you how, because I guess this won't really matter for what I'm gonna have running anyway. So I guess the goal here is I'm going to make something that runs only whenever my PC is on. So to be perfectly clear, this entails that when my computer turns on, I will be capable of seeing all the chat on games. I will be capable of seeing all the chats from other servers. And I might honestly make this the primary route for interacting with other games. I might advance this in some crazier sense and topic to where, if you've seen how Vancord works, you can create server folders. The aesthetic I'm going to be using with that is I'm going to use that with our games instead. So there's that. We're going to change the size to, I don't know, 2. Let's see how that looks. You know what? That's perfect. We're going to create a third frame, though. We're going to name it frame 3. We're going to move frame 3 there. And now, with everything parented, you know, I don't know why I did that. With everything parented here, we are going to adjust frame 3. So like I said, we're going to copy all these like last time, move it down, select whatever lines we wish, and do that. And we're going to change where frame 3 is located. So right now we're going to say, let's actually move all of these up one because we might define these later. So their size, let's say frame 3. Before we dictate size, we're going to dictate positioning. So let's say 8. Yeah, you see how this is kind of coming together now? So we have the center frame. Over here will be where the players are listed in the game, possibly on the Discord server as well. And then over here is going to be where the games and the communities are located as well. So I don't know if I told everyone about this yet. I'm not going to be posting this on my Roblox channel, mostly because of the fact I swear a lot. That's probably never going to change, but I try not to. In just regular talks like this, swearing is a stress reliever from what I've seen or heard. Okay, but I'm not too bothered by it. I'm no saint, but let's see. So there's that. That works now. So um, I'm not sure. I don't think we want the frames to be straight black. Like, how does this look on here? Okay, so this is actually lighter in color. So let's do this. We're gonna set the second frames to be like 2. So the colors are not the same. And then we're gonna set this to be 3. So definitely lighter in color. There's that good aesthetic. It's starting to come together. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I guess I have the borders outlined right now as well. We can fix that in the future. We're not going to do it immediately, though. All right, so with that done, let's see how it looks. The text box is there. We can say hello world, and it would like actually do a thing. And yes, I have a plugin that's doing all this printing. Every time I click shift, that happens. I might do a thing with my plugin where I just click, I don't know, control or maybe a specific button on my keyboard and it does a thing. However, I hope I don't have to if I don't want to. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to screw around with the text box. So let's say, or actually not the text box. Let's do enter. So first of all, let's create something new. So instead of text box, let's do buttons. So local new button equals text button. And what this does is we are going to do new button positioning and all that good stuff. Is there? No, there's not a enter button there, but that's a little unfortunate. Oh well. All right. I could probably make something more advanced in the future, but we don't have to be really crazy with it. So for now, there's all that. We have the text color, which is already set. We're only missing where it's parented to. We're not going to set it to new frame 3. We're just going to set it to new frame 1. So we should see it. Yep, there's send. So now we're actually going to resize that to be not that big. We want it to be like the same size as the what's it called? That. So yeah, something like this. Let's change the size of the text box one more freaking time. So it's gonna go from 5 to 4. It'll be a little shorter, but that's where the send button will be. And we're gonna say the positioning of this will actually be the same as here, except it's going to be further down the line. Okay, we obviously can't see it now. So let's try to fix that. New button dot index equals 2. We're going to set this index for this to be 1. Hopefully it doesn't really change anything. No, it does not. So instead of that being 8, we're going to have to change that to be like, I don't know, 7 or 6. Oh no, that was Y coordinate, my bad. Okay, let's try 6 then. That looks nicer. Except we're going to set it to that. And the text box can go down to 35 in size. Well, it almost looks pristine. Okay, that looks nicer. So now we can type in anything we want here, and it will send it over to Discord whenever we please. So I might script that into where it'll be like a scrolling frame where you can scroll to see your text instead, depending on how many words are there. But for now, this is what we have to work with. So we're actually gonna change the borders. So we got background color. Next up, we want to do the borders. So we're gonna change it to that. We're going to change the border color to be different. And then we're going to set the border color itself. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to copy this and apply it to everything else. So for an example, new frame 3. New frame 2. And then new frame 1. Now, there should be no more borders unless it's like on something specific. So yeah, it's starting to come together. Now, we might do the border for the button. So let's set to like 0.5. Just for the button for now to see how that looks. As we can see, there is no friggin' border color. Okay, so maybe a little bit bigger. Let's see. There it is. So it's a little bigger. That looks nice. I might make a new frame to just kind of group those together. But, yeah, this is how this looks so far. I don't think this looks bad. So for the text box, let's do the same thing. We're going to set it to 1. The color's white. And there we go. That doesn't even look bad. We can type in the text there. The channels will appear there if any are found, but we haven't gotten to that part yet. So I've also been using AI to work with scripts on Roblox Studio as well. However, I will never, ever ask AI to do everything for me. I much, much prefer screwing with the code myself and only using AI to unlock and show all the possibilities of things I can do in regards to reading specific words, elements on a website, all that good stuff. If you want like a example of what the Wondersoul Studios plugin does right now, I could type in my name here for an example. And then I would typically appear down here. However, you can see this is like website stuff. It'll be like Roblox can't access these arguments, so we're not gonna screw around with that for now. However, that's just an example. That's supposed to be like a thing where if I type in a target's name, it will like show your Roblox account ID. It will show your username, your identification, um, and all that. I haven't gotten that far with it, but I could do like plenty of things with that. So far, this is how this looks. I think this looks great. Um, so that's actually really awesome. It really almost matches this aesthetic. I know that says it's offline, but we can turn it on whatever we want. So we actually don't need that opening. Let's see. We have the new button. Let's say we wanted to make a new text box every time that button is clicked. So let's say new button dot mouse one down connect function local new message equals text label. This will be parented under frame 1 like everything else. We're going to change this from 1 to 0.9 so this always appears. So to be perfectly clear, we're probably going to need more global labels, so we're going to change this. So let's change that. Let's type in global variables. And now if we type in whatever we want here, we can type in local button or text position equals udm.new 0, 0, 0, 0. So it will always be set to this. However, we can change that whenever we feel. So, once that's done, we'll say the new message looks like this. So we're going to change this to let's see, text position. Text position. Let's see. It's set to 0. It might not matter in the future anyway. But while it's like that. Oh no, that's actually perfect. Never mind. So for an example, if you get arguments like that, you can just delete it like this. We don't need all that. This is validated too, if you didn't know this, but you know. That dictates the Y scale. And we're going to change the new message text to be the same thing as what's in the text box. And then new text box dot text equals enter message here. Now, while it's like that, I don't know why this decided to record, but I didn't want that. I'm gonna have to delete that now. So while it's like that now, let's say we type in that, and look at that, new messages are appearing. Holy shit, it's doing the thing. We might actually want that to be a scrolling frame. I didn't think about that. Let's run it, see if it looks the same. Yep, it's all there. We're probably not going to want that to be parented underneath that anymore. So let's try changing this up. So the text box and the new button are going to be parented under new surface GUI instead. And yep, they'll appear there. So now whenever you type in your messages, you can scroll and see the new messages as you would please. And so if we go down here, we'll change the text positioning to be, instead of that, we are going to change it to be 0.025 to see how that looks. I think that's an issue. Background color. new message dot background transparency equals 1. So that way everyone can see the messages that are being displayed. And yeah, all right. We're gonna move these over though. So instead of being there, let's try to fix that. So that says that's the text position. However, we are only changing as much as we can. So the text position is in frame. Why though? Can I like move it back a little maybe? Well, that's a bit much, isn't it? Minus 0.1. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. So all your messages will appear there like so. We'll move it back one more increment. And there we go. And then let's say your usernames appear here. For an example, everyone can see their chat. Easy. It's pretty cool the stuff I can make here though, you know? I can make plenty of awesome things. These are going to be different testing priorities. So right now we've got that. So with that done, let's think for a minute here because there's going to be a couple of different things that we're going to want in this. So let's see, let's think. So right now the text prints, which is good, you know. Type in like hello world and it would send hello world or anything else as much as we want. So I guess the only thing left to do is to test and see if we can upload this. So first of all, in order to print a response, let's open up the scripting for my own plugin, actually. Actually, not my own plugin. Let's see. What's this? Oh, that was something way different. Yes, I have an IP logger, if you did not know that. So I don't need this to make a embed or a webhook. I only need this to send me a simple message. So let's go back to AI. Can we switch to Roblox Studio for a second? I need a simple webhook message script created for me, please. So please, we're just going to do a simple, small, easy. Okay, so we already have that. Okay, that's even smaller. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to copy this and head into Roblox Studio and put this right here. I don't know why it's not pasting. Why isn't it pasting? That's a little annoying. Okay, copy, paste. There we go. Oh no, you know what? That's not a variable. That's a service. I mean, it does count, but we're going to change that. Service providers. We're going to paste it here. So that's a webhook. We can take that and put it under there in a variable spot. So like there. And yeah. All right. So with that, we can take all of this and it will simply send the message anytime this button is clicked, right? So this should send a message straight to Discord. So if we go back here, let's go into Discord. What is it doing? Okay, there we go. All right. Now with this here, let's go ahead and enter this. So right now there are no webhooks here. I don't think I can add a webhook, can I? Nah. Okay, so let's just create a new webhook then. We're gonna say Roblox. You know what? Now we're gonna call this Roblox for now. And this is going to be set in there. We're just gonna copy the webhook URL. Go into here, change it to whatever we want the webhook to be, which is that. And so now let's try running the script. So if we click that, yep, says it there. Roblox is doing its job. So obviously I could like do that as many times as I want, and it'll appear there as many times as needed. However, we're going to use that to send messages from here. So the content, or actually no, the send Discord message. I don't know what all that is, but we're not going to focus on that. Let's just delete these, and we're going to make this new text box dot text. So anytime the message is sent, it will be sent through there. So now we can run the game, and obviously it will still send the message. Enter text here. However, we want this to change that. So instead of doing that, let's try to actually do a embed, maybe. We'll see. So for starters, there's that. Let's try typing in hello. My name is Fatal Dust44. I love Roblox. Send. Okay, maybe that was a big message. Here, hold on a minute. Let's try that one more time. Hello, my name is Fatal Dust 44. Okay, I don't know why it's not doing what I want it to, like, bruh. Is it? Wait, is it doing that? Hold on. Ah! I know what's wrong. I know exactly what's wrong. Okay, so maybe we'll have to, like, set the value. So, first of all, let's scroll back up. We'll change this. So, global variables. Local text value equals nil. So let's change that now. So text value equals text box dot text. And instead of printing that, we're just going to print the text value. So let's give this a shot instead. So, hello world. My name is Fatal Dust 44. I like the Roblox. Again with this? Okay, well, anyway, the message sends, you get the idea. So yeah, I don't know why it's like being trippy like that. I think I'm actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. Let me do something. I'm deleting that for now because it wasn't necessary. The output is getting absolutely attacked. That didn't fix the issue. Did it? Okay. I have an idea to fix that actually. Hold on. We'll just exit and re-enter. How about that? Yep, our plugin's gone. All right, so anyway, that still runs. It does its job. It still doesn't print out what I want it to. So maybe we can fix that. You know what I'm saying? So let's try this. Print text value. We'll see how it comes out, yeah. Yeah, it will only come out in that way. So let's try something new then. New message. Let's try that instead. That text. Hello world. Oh, yep, we got a change. Let's go. We fixed it. All right. So we could probably type in anything we want to, like, hello world. My name is Fatal Dust 404. I love playing Roblox. Yep, that's pretty cool. However, I want this to change. So for an example, we're gonna fix that. So I know we just did that. However, something we can do is we're gonna attempt to change this. So first of all, let's go into the data fetching. I think that's where that's at. Yeah, for the IP information. So we would use this. However, we are going to create a new webhook or a new embed, or yeah, not a new webhook. What am I saying? Just a new embed. So we're just going to copy everything that's important, like all this. That's the webhook URL, but we don't need that. And now we go into here. We are just going to replace all of this with that. And then we're going to click send webhook. So that says webhook URL. However, the webhook URL is up here. And we are going to change. Well, actually, can't we? Yeah, we can remove that now, can't we? In consequence, no issues. It says there's no data here. That's interesting. Did I miss the data? Must have. So those are all errors for some unknown reason. Oh, because the function. Okay, I get it. I know why it's doing that. The functions need to be up here, so you already know what it's time for. Functions. Okay, so we're just gonna do that up here. So We're gonna copy this. Well, actually, you know what? We can just do this, right? We can literally just do this. So these are all functions. Not 100% sure. I'm like in a loss right now. Maybe Immortal Marcus is right. Whenever you're doing a YouTube video, you gain 90% stupidity. I don't know. Well, I mean, there's all of that. Let's see. So that just sends the webhook, but we also want the embed as well. So let's try removing this. We are going to copy all of these. That says webhook girl. Okay, I know what's wrong. The webhook thing is not spelled right. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that should have fixed a majority of the issues. Data, though, is not up here. So that's a service provider. These are simply that. So we don't need to get async anything. Could I actually delete that? Maybe. Oh wait, no, because we're not okay. There's all that though. Okay, wait. So there is no URL here though. So we shouldn't even be capable of sending anything new. So let's see if that tries anything. Okay, it won't even boot that. I'm not adding a player. One argument missing or nil. That's the nil argument. Okay. So we're gonna have to change this. Oh wait, no, I have an idea for that because since we're connecting the community records anyway, we're gonna have to do this. So, where did that go? Oh, local URL equals this URL. Okay, whatever. So there's that. So now if we launch this now, it can't parse JSON. Why not? Why not? Okay, so why can't we parse the JSON? I don't understand. We're just going to delete that maybe. So what's the matter down here? So data, okay, but we're not printing any data, so we don't need that. So that solves like a handful of problems. Send webhook is the new thing. Hello world. No new messages. Probably because I ran into an error. Yep, problem must be HTTP. So but that is the webhook, girl. So I'm a little confused. So this is really weird. Screwing around with this and then like it not doing what I need it to, you know? Ow. So I guess something I can do is let's think. We're not adding date and time. So there should not be an issue with removing stuff like that. But the issue is this. Or it must be HTTP. But that is an HTTP. What do you mean? So what would happen if I deleted that? Or maybe not delete, but turn it into a comment instead. So oh, did I miss something? I must have. Okay, whatever. It wasn't ringing, so it wasn't telling me if anything was wrong. Do I even? I do. Strange. Okay, whatever. Um, whatever. So how would I get the URL for the actual person though? There's not a valid thing there. However, since we've accomplished that we don't actually need that, we can just do this, I think, right? And not suffer the consequences for it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need that, otherwise we will suffer the consequences for it. Oh, because that's sent. Okay, I get it. That is an HTTP thing, though, so I don't understand why it's saying you need to make an HTTP request, otherwise it won't work. So if I turn off return response, is it going to affect me in any way? Because I don't need a response. No, it's still going to do that. And it still prints the info regardless. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. So, how to fix that bewilders me. So what, can I like do this instead? Like, wait a minute. There could be an easy fix for this. Hold on. Not at all. That is an HTTP request, though. That's the confusing part. I don't know why it's saying it's not when very obviously it is. So it's like, well, what the bull friggin' hell? What is your malfunction? I don't want this here. Alright. How do I detect an error in a Roblox script and prevent it from putting unwanted outputs in my output log? In Roblox, you can catch errors and prevent them from calling your output log by using protocol calls like pcall or pcall. These let you code safely if something fails. Roblox won't throw a red error. Okay, so okay, so that stuff works regardless. So there's pcall. However, we need more info here, so maybe we don't use the pcall here then. So let's try it down here instead. Cool. Send webhook. If not success, then So now that should just only print out stuff regardless. Yep. The problem was like seeing the text here and then being like, why? But yeah. So we're not going to let this print out because it's not a hello from Roblox or, message from Roblox. There is no name. We're just going to click send and watch what happens. Nothing. Why? Okay, well, this is why there's fixes to that. We're going to do just the same thing, but just simply put a space in there instead. Why? Box. Okay, can we make this disappear then, inconsequentially? So now we can change that to whatever we want. And then we can change the embed or, this image to be whatever. So for an example, let's say we got info from somewhere else rather than here. So I'm thinking we could probably use that one thing I had so that way it prints, well, not prints down, but it gets the image of the Roblox user actively in game, and then it like instead sends the message containing your avatar profile. However, there are better ways to do this. I don't know why I'm like going overboard with it, because when I'm saying overboard, like I'm thinking like I need to use an HTTP request and a fucking chat filter or like an output filter. So that way it simply like sends the information to Roblox, but we don't even need to do all that. There's an easy fix for that, I think. So first of all, we'd have to do this for when the player's added. So to do that, let's see. Let's do, instead of that, I don't like the issues here. Local get player icon async equals game dot players get it. Let's see, get player by user, get user thumbnail async. However, the user thumbnail, so we'll go get player ID async, get user ID from name. Get user ID from name. The name is what exactly? I'm sure this would still run even if I have this set up as a local script, right? Not at all. Well, I am in run, so maybe it's not working because of that.
No, it just doesn't matter.
It's probably running into an error silently because of that, so we might have to leave it on legacy. Oh, wait, no. I know exactly what's wrong here. I know exactly what is wrong here. You know what's wrong? It's because these are here. So we're just going to set these to comment mode for now. And then we're going to set this to client. Okay. No, never mind. That didn't matter. It has to be. Okay, that's fine. Let's think for a moment on how we're gonna get that info, though. Like, who's the one sending the message? I could just use the original thing, like I said. I might honestly do that. Screw it, because that's gonna be more specific. So there's that. That is going to be set to that. However, we're going to change that up in a minute. So first of all, that should be fine because I know what I'm doing. So what? That's the URL. Equals a new thing. Print. Shasha. Oh. Just pushed my desk a little on it. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Anyway. I'm getting something to eat. So sorry for the ASMR. If there is any. All right. So the async info should come from Roblox. That doesn't work though. Fuck. You know what? Here's an idea for now. I'm just gonna open up Blender. And we're gonna do a thing. Since this is like Undertale based games, let's see. I haven't the slightest clue what that is for, but you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. You know what? I don't even. Like, what is this? What is happening? Explain thyself. Why? Like, Why is it like that? Okay, whatever. We're copying that new thing. Don't save, paste, delete. Yeah. Ah, that's annoying now, isn't it? Maybe later, dog. There. I don't care the size of the freaking hearts. Here we go. can change this however we want. I'm gonna try to get the camera to be like positioned right here, you know? And then we're gonna fix the rotation so it's straight. And this will be like ideal for like image capturing, you know, for pictures. So yeah, we can just take a picture now. Render image. Okay, well, I didn't want that in there. Image save as. Python plus Discord plus Roblox. Communication. System. Profile pictures. Yeah, I spelled that right. Okay. So now, you can save that image. And with that saved, you know what we can do now? We can screw it right off. um, let's like save this under Wonderful Studios, I guess. Wonderful Studios lobby. Then we can just like, I don't know, upload that photo. Where is it? Programs, Roblox Studio, personal games, game work, Roblox group games, Wonderful Studios, Wonderful Studios lobby, boom. Anyone with the link, copy. And then there we go. This should work just fine now, right? Do what I think it does? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Why not? Why not? That just makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, well, I mean, do we need profile pictures on this? Guess not, but, you know, we're really just doing this for fun. So, I mean, hey, we spent like 2 hours working on this, and it's kind of cool, you know, that I can just do that. I already write all the code for this, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because anytime I send a message now, it just sends it as a freaking IP thing. Yeah, so I'd have to send it in here in some way. So we're not gonna do as that anymore. But yeah, we've got a, you know, profile picture for those of you that want to use it. We gotta like screw around with the code a little bit more to get it exact though. On the video when it hits like the second hour. Like the second hour in. I'm pretty sure that's just, you know, where the thing is supposed to be. So now if I run this, I should just come out that way, right? Yeah, Roblox the Discord message. Someone has sent a message. Hakna. So see what I'm trying to do here? This will connect the Discord community with the Roblox community. This will be pretty cool, but, you know, you gotta be careful of the words you use. That's also part of the reason why I'm developing that bot, is because anything said that breaks Roblox terms of service, it will be deleted. It does not matter what it is. If it's inappropriate, it's gone. If it's personal info, it's gone. If it's bullying, it's gone. If it's racial, it's gone. If it's division, it's gone. It's not staying. It's not going to be on our little thing here. But yeah. Um, so author icon. How would I set the icon URL though? Okay. We'll work on nice things later, I guess. We'll just continue what we're doing. So that's prints out the Roblox user anyway. I want to know, like, if clicking the button has any significance. So for an example, like that. I doubt it, but we're gonna try. Mm-hmm. That's confusing, isn't it? I guess we could probably use like something else for this, like maybe a thing. So here, let's do this. Player information. Retrieval. How do you spell retrieval? Okay, so I spelled it right the second time. So we're gonna set this to client. We're gonna open this, delete everything. Local remote event equals game dot replicated storage dot remote events dot remote event. Local remote event fire server. Local player equals game.player dot local player. Local player dot name. We don't need text value anymore, do we? No. Local player name. Actually, remote event. Local player equals game dot players my first child remote event. We don't define that quite yet. However, we can still type it. Remote event dot server event connect function. Okay, so maybe we won't need all of this. Local player equals player dot print local player. Player local player. This gets rough eventually because you have to like really get into the position of like what to do here. We've gotten far though with what we have standalone though, you know. local player equals player dot character. Player dot name. We're gonna change this up just to make sure that it's printing, the right name. If player dot name is equal to output with the A, I think it was the name. So that says Roblox, but we're going to change this, like the embed. So let's go ahead and try to figure that out. So maybe we won't be using that, but maybe we can use like a different image. Like, let's test that. Hold on. Just the test. I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know. We're just testing. All right. Let's go into here and put down the link to that. And honestly, we can just remove all this for now. And my God, let's try this one more time. Oh, okay, it did work. So as long as the, like, what's it called? As long as it's a provided link, then we won't have a problem. But the issue about that is, how are we going to, like, upload a link to that? Like, we need a working link for that. I mean, we don't have to use that in specific, but we do still need to, or actually, wait. Uh, we gotta have some kind of way to, like, get player info and then parse it into, like, getting the link to the player body. So, hold on a minute. So, it sends that, the name of the player. So, remote event dot on server event player output print output. We're gonna wait like 5 seconds for that though, so it's not like instant. Because whenever it receives a request, it should print it. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. Must be. So if I do this, print player dot remote event dot on server event connect function print player, but why? Why is it unknown? We just had this working a sec ago. Remote event. Dot on server event. Connect function player. Oh, I think I know why. Wait. That must be it. That has to be it. Oh, we don't need two. Yeah, that must be it. So if I do player.character.name. Wait 5 seconds. Like, very obviously I know what I want to type since I do everything. It's kind of confusing. Maybe it's not printing out the info because I'm not in the game. Yeah. So it'll print the info like that, but something we need to do though is make it to where it sets the information for the player itself though. So I could make it where it sets the value of who clicked the button, and if the value is set to that, and yeah. Oh wait, no, because this is why I have the output there. So wait like 2 seconds instead. If player.name is equal to output. You know what? That is probably going to be a problem back because what is the output? So okay, let's rethink this. So player clicks send button. It sends the player info like back to Discord or not. We click the button because I don't want it to act like a dozen people are sending messages, because the whole point of this board is going to be like a concept to where you can generally like what's it called? Communicate with people on Discord freely. Here's the problem with that though. We actually have to like figure out how to accomplish that without bugging anything. So like what if I like I could probably just ask to create like a login. That might be really secure actually. I just do that, make it to where everyone has their own unique login. We'll give it a shot. But I'm gonna have to end this video actually. So thank you guys for watching this attempt to, bring back combine the communities together. I know it's not a good idea to a lot of people, but I pay good attention to detail. So again, if you didn't hear me earlier in the video, I'm ending the video with this statement. And this is generally a warning to the people that do use this. If there's any private information being sent back and forth on text channels, it will be blurred. If there is any bullying found on our text channels, it will be blurred. If there is any form of division or racism in any sense, or speciesism, whatever, I don't care what gender, species, creature, thing you are, it will be blurred. If there's like obviously you can talk about your age, but like with coming with that, um people on Discord won't be able to do anything about what Roblox sends back to my channel. Again, my community, I will let you guys talk about your age on this, like, connector thing, but I will not encourage anyone to do anything that could harm other people. While I, as a content creator, I have ways to get private information. I will never, ever use it to be weaponized. I will never use it to harm other people. The whole purpose of this, like, little connector thing that I'm working on right here, is to allow people between the Roblox community and the Discord community to talk to each other and me. If you send a message from here, like a message, it will probably at like ping everybody. So you know what? Hold on. Just to test. I want to know. Like, hold on. At everyone. Okay, it doesn't print out the message. So here, before I end this video, we gotta try this. Okay, we have to try this. So there's that, but we need a message. So someone has sent a message. We are changing that to text, new text box dot text, or you know what? No, new message dot text. And whatever is sent is what's going to happen. So, at everyone. Yeah, see? So that will ping absolutely everybody. So, I guess that is actually really cool that this is something I can do. However, I do want to make it to where, like, the person's name appears here, and then it's like, oh, okay. So, anyway, we've learned a thing or two, but again, I've already said it. I'm not going to repeat myself. I hope you all have a good day, night, holiday, wherever you are, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.